What you think about when you're born into a fire. Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake
Oh, hold on just a second. Damn it. I was trying to get this 3D print off the plate. Fucking forgot. Let the timer expire. Here we go.
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Benda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is?
Big Daddies.
Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome everybody. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? I just saw some notifications, so I grabbed them. What is this? Hold on, let me pause what's playing in the background. Welcome, I'm Will Bard. This is Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us. I'm becoming a radical dirty commie the further into this election cycle we go, so we'll see what happens. What is this?
Our country politically. I'm afraid. We got time. Come on. Hey, we are in the fight for the soul of our nation. We are in a fight for our kids and our grandkids, a fight that we can never imagine. I believe wholeheartedly Donald Trump and Butler County's J.D. Vance are the last chance to save our country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. It's the greatest experiment in the history of mankind. And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty.
Wait a second. Is J.D. Vance from Butler?
Our country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this, I believe wholeheartedly Donald Trump and Butler County's J.D. Vance are the last.
He's from Butler County, and the shooter was from Butler Township, right? In PA?
Chance to save our country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. It's the greatest experiment in the history of mankind. And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump on.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. So the person who typed me this, I think it was Michael, but he's like, so much for the coming together and the nonviolent rhetoric.
It's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. It's the greatest experiment in the history.
No fucking way. At our local mall, all these people are just running around asking for their ears to be pierced, huh?
Of mankind. And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty and the Bikers. It's going to take a country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved.
If we lose this election, we need a civil war. It wasn't bad enough that if we lose this election, we're going to pretend like we won and we're cheated, and we're gonna try to crucify the vice president and stop the certification of the vote. Now it's, if we lose this election, we need a civil war, and people in the crowd are like, yeah.
It's the greatest experiment in the history of mankind. And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump on our side. Fight!
And I'm glad we got Schmitty and the Bikers. Jesus Christ, dude. These people are wild. I've been doing some deep dives in I've been talking more and more about how, I used to support Trump. The channel used to support Trump because it's my channel. But how the election thing's really what got me, right? I was pretending like I didn't see other things until the election thing. And I'm like, what the fuck? They can't keep doing this. They can't keep pretending this happened, that happened. They're lying about this, lying about that. And so many people blindly believe it. So I've been doing some more research on it. I'm thinking about doing a mega show about how it was almost we were so close to losing everything. Like, there's some crazy stories. Like, we were talking about Rudy Giuliani and Ruby Freeman the other day, the election worker from Georgia. Rudy Giuliani, when he files, when this lawsuit comes up, he basically just claims like, yeah, I don't dispute anything that they said. So basically they said, we didn't cheat. We didn't do anything wrong. We didn't count any illegal votes. We were just doing our fucking job. He's like, I don't dispute any of that. But it's my First Amendment right to lie about them. Right? That was his defense. That was his defense about making all the shit up about the election workers in Georgia and the suitcases full of ballots. And people still fucking believe it. People still say to my comments, you'll never convince me that there weren't fake ballots in them suitcases below the table. Even Rudy Giuliani's like, I lied, but that's my First Amendment right, isn't it? Don't I get a lie? Throw this out. And the judge is like, nah, I don't think so. There's just so many crazy things. And I know a lot of people were turned off and sick of hearing, about January 6th by the time the January 6th committee came around. But holy shit, were there some good clippable moments in the January 6th hearings. Different people telling them like Trump's fucking crazy. Telling them there's no way this will work. His own fucking lawyer for the campaign is like, there's no way. Even if we give you the things that you think are bullshit, even if we give you the things that you think you got cheated out of, it still wouldn't change the outcome of the election. And we're not even condoning that. We don't even believe in that. His own fucking campaign lawyer. That's when he went out and hired new people. He tried to subvert the entire justice system, right? His fucking attorney general and assistant attorney general that he just appointed because his last attorney general, it wasn't even, they hadn't even been confirmed by Congress, right? It was just an acting attorney general. He tried to subvert both of those with some EPA lawyer. Like, there's so much shit. There's so much shit going on. That's not what we're talking about tonight. I don't know. They're radicalizing me, chat. They're making me radical. I'm seriously about to write a manifesto. Anyways, what we're talking about tonight is actually friend of the show. I haven't spoke to her in a while. I need to contact her. But back when I first started streaming on Twitch, one of the first bigger accounts that ever spoke to me or checked me out, actually invited me on a show, was Tree. So Tree has a channel called Just Tree 411, and she's got Twitter and all that shit. You could go follow her at Just Tree 411. She, even though she's the one who gathered all this stuff, and I want to talk about this. Okay. If you guys don't remember when we covered Rollo is, they call him the godfather of the red pill. He's written the Rational Male book and the red pill, the people that believe that like, you got to be an alpha male, you got to be in shape, women only want you for your money. You want to fuck a bunch of whores, but then you got to marry a virgin and she's got to be 16 years old, breedable. Like they're just fucking crazy, right? There's a whole, it's like Andrew Tate and those people. The Fresh and Fit podcast. The red pill people are typically Trump supporting people, but they're also fucking psychos. Like red pill, not in the sense of politics, but red pill in the sense of dating and date advice and all that shit, right? Now, Rollo, a lot of people call him, some people call him the crypt keeper of the fucking red pill community. Other people call him the godfather. He was the ones that Lauren Southern and Destiny trolled, right? Someone sent him, because they knew he would bot, they sent him fake information that Lauren Southern was pregnant with Destiny's kid. He ran with that. They sent him fake information that there was nudes out there, underage nudes of another YouTube streamer who does not have any nudes anywhere. He ran with that story, right? He tried to get involved in Lauren Southern's divorce. That's how they ended up hooking him with Destiny's Baby. He's a dumbass. He doesn't even follow his own advice that he has, right? All men want a young woman who just wants to cook, who just wants to clean, who wants to worship her man and follow every word he says. They basically, I don't know, the whole community's fucked up. The red pill community. But Rollo got busted today. And Tree has put together an amazing video that we're fixing to watch and react to. It's really good. So please go check out Tree's YouTube channel. I'll drop the link for it right there. It's youtube.com/@justtree411 and follow her on Twitter. Tree is the last time I was really involved in her politics. She's Republican, but she wasn't very pro-Trump. But even if we don't agree on politics, we agree on so much more. So go check her out. She's pretty cool. And let's check out this video. So Rollo basically got busted with an alt Twitter account. It is extremely interesting here. Yeah, she is how I found Will. Yeah, she was one of the first people that, like, our channel was blowing up on Twitch politics headed into the 2020 election. No. Yeah, headed into the 2020 election. Our channel was blowing up, and she invited me on a panel. It went all right, but I like Tree. She's a good person. Here we go.
What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Welcome to my channel, Just Tree 411. And
yeah, she just streams. It hasn't been maybe a month or so ago. I watched one of her streams.
Today, we're going to expose Rollo Tomassi's, a.k.a. Grandma Tomassi's, alt account, which is right here. This alt account.
All right, so he's got an alt account called Seattle Sports Junkie, which seems kind of weird, right? But it says, I love Seattle sports, Mariners, Hawks, Dogs, Kraken, Sonics, and Sounders. I love hiking, working out, my family, and work. Don't care about your pronouns.
Is a piece of work.
By the way, I saw this dumbass Republican girl. She didn't look like she was more than 20 years old, arguing with a bunch of left-leaning people. And she's like, yeah, but we know pronouns are one-sided, right? You'll never see a Republican using pronouns. Everybody uses pronouns. Everybody in the world uses, like, you might say, I don't agree. I'm not going to call them by this pronoun or these even weirder pronouns like Z and Z or whatever. But everybody uses pronouns. Everybody in the world. If you're going into a heated debate with these people, you got to come up with something better than. No conservative would ever use pronouns. You'll never catch a conservative using pronouns.
Nasty work, okay? So it was brought to my attention due to Krager also showing the tweets of ZZZ that they found out that.
So ZZZ is this account you're going to see in a second how he got busted. Tree did a really good job of putting the video together. And rather than trying to recreate it and grab all the screenshots or whatever, just go check out her channel, please. Give her a like or a subscription or whatever. Make sure you're subscribed. And we're going to watch her video. She did a really good job.
That this account belongs to Rollo Tomassi. So let me lead you down this rabbit hole to where Rollo accidentally exposes everything.
And it's bad. You remember how last night we were talking about, first of all, today I had to ban somebody that was fucking getting under my skin on Telegram. This fucking Jackie account. Like, this Jackie account always just comes in, drops some fucking basically Q adjacent fucking conspiracy theories, then dips the fuck out, claims she isn't Q, says, well, we'll just agree to disagree if she dropped an outright fucking lie. Always arguing the moderators and shit. So today I banned her. Again, peddling the thing we just talked about last night. Saying that Kamala Harris can't be fucking, is an LGBT president. Then people ask her about it, and they're like, oh, well, yes, she is. If you're eligible to be vice president, you're eligible to be president. And she's like, well, I just see things in the spiritual realm, and I'm telling you, spiritually, this is about to come up, and Hillary Clinton's going to be the nominee. First of all, Kamala Harris has already had enough committed to win in the first round of voting. I think you like 1,900 delegates. She's already got 2,400 committed. Like, she's going to be the nominee as soon as we get through the process here. Second of all, I don't give a fuck what you think is spiritually. Then I found the page that she usually posts on, the Dark Outpost, and it was linked to me, and she's just posting absolute fucking lies. Like absolute fucking lies. One of them was like a quote from Kamala Harris that isn't even her fucking quote. It's just a picture of her with like the meme lettering on it. That's like, let's see if I can find it real quick. Dark Outpost chat. That's where she posts all the time. Here it is. So this picture. And it says, actual quote from the cackling hyena camel toe. The problem of solving a problem is not a problem. But when a problem solves a problem without any problem, then the problem is not at all a problem. Now, this is like a weird philosophical, like, make you think, like, brain teaser quote, and it's attributed to a bunch of people. Like, if you just search this, if you just search these words on Google, it'll bring up, like, hundreds of Twitter accounts that have put this out there. Only about one or two of them attributed to Kamala Harris for some reason. And it isn't even her quote. The actual quote. Like, she shares even worse shit when she's on this Dark Outpost channel. Even crazier shit. Like, if I'd have followed her trail over here, I probably would have banned her a long time ago. I told her to go spiritually fuck herself. Like, I'm tired of people just repeating bullshit. She clearly doesn't watch the show. Like, I just did a show last night where we were talking about how, like, and that's what the Telegram's for, right? About how Kamala Harris is, if she's qualified for VP, she's qualified for president. And then the next fucking day, she's like, here it is, spiritually. I think this is going to happen. Hillary Clinton's going to pop out of the bushes and eat some babies and run. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just tired of it. They're radicalizing me. I'm telling you. Here we go, back to it.
You all know Rollo was born in 1969, so he's 55 years old. And if you look at his alt account, you can see that he really reminisces about the 80s. And I also saw some tweets where he reminisces about the 70s. So if you look at these tweets right here where it says, when are we going to see defenses like in the 80s again? And then...
So once they found out, she's going to show you how they found out that this was his alt. Once they found out his alt, they started going through it, obviously.
Of course, you have tweets like this and tweets like this. But let me show you where it all got started so that you can fact check everything I'm presenting to you on this video. Now, as you can see, this young lady named Gia started a Twitter thread, and this is where all of the evidence is presented. Now, keep your eye on Z because Z is a huge follower and supporter.
All right, so this Z guy is the one who kind of gets him to slip up, right? Gets him to slip up. The account is ZZZ, and it says at Gays N-word, and they're a big fan of another streamer that invited Rollo on to talk. And they basically, what they do is they go to every reply, everywhere Rollo is at all, and they put, why are you dodging this other streamer?
Of JSTLK, a friend of the channel.
JSTLK,
now, as you can see, right here, you'll see where he says, did you mean to reply with your alt account? And then we have a long thread of his replies. By the way, this account that you're looking at right now, I do believe it either belongs to Z or it belongs to Krager. I'm not so sure. But one thing you're going to see is Z is going to constantly go to all of Rollo's tweets and ask him, why are you dodging JSTLK? When are you going to debate JSTLK? Why are you hiding away from JSTLK? So I want you to hold on. That's a very important thing right here too, because I want you to pay attention to this, and this shows that this is real. So there's no fake tweets, so Rollo can't say that we're faking any tweets. You can go back and you can see, unless Rollo deletes it, even if he
the Z account was trolling him really good. So like Rollo says, successful guy equals guys who don't fuck, who got a woman via money and stability. Loser equals exciting guy who fucks in spite of having no money or stability, usually better looking, better lover than successful guy. Then Z account says successful guys who don't dodge at JSTLK. Loser equals cowardly guy who dodges JSTLK in spite of being on X all day, usually named Rollo. So they were doing a pretty good job at trolling him and getting a response out of it. Just trying to get him to respond, and that's when he slips up, is because he responds.
deletes it, we have everything archived. Okay, so Rollo, you can't hide from this one. All right, so as you can see, this is a conversation.
There's one up here where he's like, I'll post the stats of like men versus women, some other red pill bullshit. He says, can you post the stats that prove you're not dodging JSTLK? You can't.
Station thread between Z and Rollo.
He says no one enforces gender roles. Humans innately Adopt them. Gender roles are downstream from biology. You are downstream from dodging JSTLK.
Rollo, and Rollo, he's constantly reminding Rollo, why you keep running away from JSTLK? You are dodging JSTLK, right? Every time Rollo makes a tweet, Z responds to it, okay? Until they finally get to...
So he basically went over and you could just go to like, hold on. Rollo Tomassi at the Rational Mail. So he basically just went over, clicked replies, and every fucking place he was at, he left a comment on it, right? He left a comment on everything, trying to get him to talk to this JS TLK guy, which is what we should do to Derek Johnson.
Tweet where JS actually quote tweets a message where it has Rollo's video and dealing with some conspiracy theories, and we're going to get to that in a minute. And JS actually tags Rollo in that tweet, and this is the tweet right here. He says, "Is Rollo Tomassi okay?" And then we have the video here, and this is the tweet where Rollo actually responds to JS.
I want to see what that was actually. JSTLK. And it says, "Is Rollo okay?" And then there was a video. That's where this all started, where he basically said we can discuss this anytime, and dropped a link. But I want to see the "Is Rollo okay" one. Here it is.
Seriously, if you follow Destiny, now's the time to watch him, because this is his downfall. This is the end of Destiny right here. And I told Mike this, and Mike was like, "Oh man, he's going to be on CNN tomorrow." I'm like,
Oh, you're fine, Soups. Thank you. If you want to support the show, go to Coldberry.fund, Coldberry.fund. Where you can make a contribution to keep the show going.
Yeah, for what? For having the meltdown that he's having right now? You got to remember that Destiny, Jasmine Jafar, Farah, Pixie, Not So Erudite, let's see, Philion, I can't remember the rest of these guys. These are people who were political operatives. Their influence was bought by a political action committee that goes by the name Progressive Victory. They are the ones who are out. In fact, I would not be surprised if this Matthew whatever Cook...
By the way, so Destiny tried to, I don't know if Destiny still does, but at one time he was working with like a Get Out to Vote. Destiny, even his audience is so large, he does like door knocking campaigns and stuff with his audience. Like they all went to Georgia one year, met up and did door knocking and stuff like that. But yeah, they're not bot operatives. They're on here sharing their opinion. If Destiny was bought off, he wouldn't be saying shit that got him banned, because that would invalidate his contracts with being bought off.
Is Thomas Matthew Cook is not also part of Progressive Victory. I would not be surprised, or has made donations or has some sort of connection. That's why these guys are twisting in the wind right now, trying to figure out what their narrative is going to be. Because now you took a shot at a formerly standing president, and this previously standing president. Well, he was previously standing until he dropped to his knees. Is the result of that. This is the product of you guys and your rhetoric being bought and paid for by political action committees since 2022, since July of 2022. That's at least by my record. Sam Drismala, who is the administrator, the guy that maybe he's the owner or the creator of Progressive Victory, admittedly started buying left-leaning, progressive-leaning influencers as far back as July of 2022. I'll show you I'll point you guys in the right direction as far as the documentary is concerned. That is now all of this shit has been coming out in the last like month or so. And no one is banging a gong about this except for me. And Destiny is one of the higher ups. He's one of he's like the feather in the cap of fucking Progressive Victory. So
Destiny did work with a place called Progressive Victory. I think I'm not a Destiny expert, but that was part of their door knocking campaign, right? So Destiny did it 1 year on his own. Then the next year they got partners with other streamers and they did door knocking and visits and they did their thing. Are a Trump supporter, and you had this kid, this high-functioning autistic kid on your show, you are complicit in what happened yesterday to some degree, because you gave the motherfucker a platform without looking into his background, because all you saw was just clout in the eyes, man. Clout. Anybody that has Destiny on, you shot Trump. Clout. Oh, we're going to get so much more viewers if we have this guy on there. No, you're not, because now look where we're at. And no one's going to care about this in another month. No one's going to care about this by the end of August. But I'm bringing this up now. When you give these guys that kind of leeway, when you give them that, you give them a huge audience like that without looking into the background, without looking at what they were and what they're doing. You say, well, we want to have a lively conversation. We want to have free debate and open debate. They don't want to have open debate. They want to get out there and they want to influence. That's what they wanted to do. And quite honestly, they would rather you not exist. I'm not going to say the word, but that's the solution. The solution for them is for you to be erased, whether that's canceling or whatever else. And you know what I'm talking about.
Whether you're being canceled, whatever it is, cancel culture this, cancel culture that, blah, 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 blah. They would rather see you in jail. They would rather see you erased. They would rather see you gone. And they're more than happy to do that. And they know what their influence is, and they get paid by that reach. Each one of these kids, each one of these Twitch, who, if you are follow somebody like who, I can't say Hunter Avalon, I'm not really sure if he's on that list, but Philion's definitely on that list. Vouch is on that list. Destiny's on that list. Jasmine Jafar was definitely paid by Progressive Victory. Pixie still paid by Progressive Victory. Although maybe the money's drying up right now, but I'll tell you right now, all these kids are going to keep a very low profile, at least for probably till the end of this month. Trust me on that. And you know what? If they even have a job anymore after what happened, because everybody's saying that, Trump's a shoo-in in November, they might as well just have the election right now because he's going to win, especially after this. I'm not saying that's the case. I don't know. But what I do know is that they were paid operatives. That's what they were. And they would say they're counselors or they're consultants or something like that, so they don't violate the terms of service on Twitch. In fact, Twitch didn't. But by the way, I'm not broadcasting on Twitch right now because right before I went on, Twitch.
I honestly think they gave him money for the campaigning stuff, right?
Said they didn't like the title of this video, and I needed to tweak it a little bit. I'm like, fuck that. I don't care to anybody watching me on Twitch anyways. So I just canceled that stream, which is I think it might have 3 viewers on it. But that's where we're at right now. This is welcome to 2024. So if you gave these kids any kind of credence, any kind of clout, any kind of legitimacy, if you legitimize any of these people, you are part of the problem. Maybe unwittingly so, I'll give you that. Maybe you just simply didn't know, but that's how this is going to work. And trust me, in 2028, when we go through all this bullshit one more time and go through another political cycle, this is what's going to happen. And I'm not saying that maybe.
Isn't it weird how a lot of these people freak out saying everybody else is bought off except for their side, right? It's always the other side.
Even conservatives aren't doing the same thing, buying influencers and everything. But now we know. And now, whenever you have somebody on there, especially if you're like pro-Trump and you're, pro-traditional conservative values and everything like that, and you're going to go and put somebody like Destiny on your show, just know that you're giving them a bullhorn on your show. And that bullhorn is used to do what happened yesterday. This is what they wanted to happen. This is the Flashpoint incident I've been talking about for a
Destiny shot Trump.
Very, very long time.
Got it.
They're looking for something that's going to galvanize. And guess what? It backfired, literally backfired on them. So bear in mind that the influencers that you think are like, I'll tell you right now, nobody pays me. I don't do this trust me, I ain't doing this for the money. I mean, it's nice to have outreaches. Please buy my books. That's about it. I don't have a program. I don't have a dating site. I'm not trying to use a 12-point, compatibility score so you guys can meet your soulmate. I've never done anything like that. I'm just an author, and I will continue to be an author into perpetuity until I am carried out in a pine wood box, right? But I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking money from anybody. They wouldn't pay me anyway. So conservatives hate me and progressives hate me. So I guess I'm screwed. But yeah.
He definitely fits into one of those profiles, not the other.
Have me on your show, you're going to get the real fucking deal. You have these guys on your show, you're going to get propaganda, agitprop.
Essential oils, probably.
Agitated propaganda. That's what you're going to end up getting. And whether they lose or win the quote-unquote debate, it doesn't matter. They're still getting paid by the show from Progressive Victory. They're drawing a check. Like, you ever wonder, like, where do these people make their money? I mean, I know, like, Jasmine Jafar makes money off of, titty fucks on fucking OnlyFans. She's not really a fucking lawyer. I think it was James Sexton says, like, she's never seen the inside of a courthouse. She makes more money off of OnlyFans than anything, but she's also still taking money from Progressive Victory because she's at all of those events. There's no getting around it. The pictures are there. The video is there. Not so erudite. Same thing. Same fucking, that autistic child, that high functioning autistic child is part of Progressive Victory. Pixie, Progressive Victory. All those shit. By the way, and I love you, Andrew, but Andrew Wilson was on one of our podcasts sitting across the table from Jasmine Jafar, Farah, who has admitted to actually was conflicted about this. At least she has some integrity. I will give Jasmine, Farah, I'll give Farah a break on this because she had some integrity to like sort of pull back on this. And then Pixie. So yeah, Jasmine, Farah, and Pixie sitting across the table trying to have some sort of genuine debate with Andrew Wilson. And Andrew, I love you, but they're milking you. You know who gets paid after that? Not you. They do, by Progressive Victory. They just want you on a big name. They just want to get on a big name podcast with a big name content creator. And even if they lose, they win because they get paid to go and do this. That's why. All their influence, all that bullshit, anything they can agitate, it doesn't matter it doesn't even matter what the fucking topic is. They win. You lose. And how do we lose? By what happened yesterday. That's why.
All right. So this is retweeted by JSTLK.
Seriously, if you follow Destiny now.
I guess JSTLK, right? And he says, is at Rational Male, which is Rollo, okay. He believes that Destiny inspired this shooter and that this shooter was a member of Progressive Victory. This may be the most schizophrenic rant I've ever seen. This is easily more embarrassing than getting fooled by Lauren Southern and Brittany Venti. Brittany Venti was the one who fooled him that there might be underage nudes of her out there. And he's like, oh, yeah, send them to me. All right, back to it.
Yes, okay. And as of now, that response tweet is still there. And as you can see right here, Z says, you ran, P word, okay? So all of this are real tweets. Now, here's the good part. Here's where we expose everything. Rollo says, no one enforces gender roles. Humans innately adopt them. Gender roles are downstream from biology. And then Z says, you are downstream of dodging JSTLK. And Rollo says, who the Evan Luffing F is JSTLK? And then Z says, the guy you're currently dodging. And he quotes,
and there's the link. It says discord.gg/JSTLK. Feel free to hop on stream to explain this take to us, enlightened one.
Tweets the tweet where JS invites Rollo to come on the stream to have a discussion. But Rollo ignores Z and keeps going to other topics. But Z follows him anyway. So Rollo starts another conversation on another thread that you saw.
Those people are either bots or mentally fucking retarded. I don't know why. Like, we're talking about Rollo Tomassi, and then people come in and they're like, yeah, but what about Trump and Biden? I don't know what the fuck their deal is. People do it every show. I don't know what the fuck their deal is.
On this video that proves that these tweets are real. So Rollo says, successful guy equals guys who don't F, who got a woman via money and stability. Loser equals exciting guy who Fs in spite of having no money or stability. Usually better looking, better lover than successful guy. And Z says, successful guy equals guys who don't dodge JSTLK.
Rollo is also one of the guys that has this theory, like, it's called beta bucks, alpha fucks, that women almost inherently, subconsciously, they'll find a guy that's stable, that makes good money to raise a family with, and that's who they latch on to. But then they will go, when they're like hormonal and want to have a kid, and their horniness takes over their brain because they want to breed offspring, they will find a loser with no fucking job who's like hanging out at the beach all day because he's homeless, lives in his van, but he looks like he can fuck really good, and they'll go fuck them and then come back to their beta guy who has the money and stability or whatever to have him raise the kid. That's one of his theories.
Loser equals cowardly guy who dodges JSTLK in spite of being on X all day, usually named Rollo. Now, here's where it gets good. Rollo forgets to...
Look at this. First, this is from... Now, they said, despite being on X all day, usually named Rollo. Now, why would Seattle Sports Junkie come in, not Rollo's account, and say, first mistake is thinking I'm on X all day. Second is thinking I'm dodging anything. Third mistake is thinking I take any of this seriously. Busted. Busted himself. Self-snitching over here.
Sign out of his alt account and goes to the thread and responds to Z, who's responding to his main...
Dude, you got to, just like what's his name busted Jack Posobiec. You can't retweet instantly 5 fucking times. You got to remember what account you're in. You got to remember what account you're in.
Account. And so Rollo says in his alt account, first mistake is thinking I am on X all day. Second is thinking I am dodging anything. Third mistake is thinking I take any of this seriously. 2 crying, laughing emoji faces.
But wait. So this is clearly Rollo, right? There's other clues like the defense in the 80s and Seattle and throw back to the 70s. There's other different little clues. There's even, she's going to show a thread where he responds to himself. But this is definitive proof, right? No one else would have said this as if they were Rollo unless they were fucking Rollo. But wait till you see the other tweets that this Seattle Sports Junkie, just like we were talking about when they start questioning, like, Kamala Harris is not even a natural-born citizen. It's probably like, oh, that person's a different color. They can't be American, right? It's racism. Wait till you see what happens here. It's racism.
So guess what happened? So Z says, did you mean to reply with your alt?
Oh, no. The sound effects. Good job, Tree.
It gets good. It's good.
I like Tree's laugh.
Guess what Rollo does? Rollo deletes the message and then he blocks.
No. Deleting the message and blocking the guy is admitting.
Z. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, so So Rollo makes a tweet responding to someone. Z responds to Rollo's main account. Several minutes later, Rollo forgets to sign out of his alt account and replies to Z under his alt account instead of his main account. Z calls him out. Rollo goes oops and then deletes the tweet and then blocks Z. But it doesn't stop there. On another Twitter thread under his alt account, Rollo tweets this right here. In general terms, women do not care about looks or as much as men think they do. It is primarily how you make them feel or not feel when you are in their presence. Pathetic Rollo and all his loneliness.
Then he responds as if he has a different opinion. So he says, by comparison with men, you are correct. That said, women are far more fixated on a man's looks than average men understand or are willing to accept. Most men fool themselves into believing looks aren't important to women because they need hope that a hot woman would still want. He's acting like he has a difference of opinion with himself.
Responds to his alt under his main account. He's talking to himself. He's having a conversation with himself. He says, by comparison with men, you are correct. That said, women are far more fixated on a man's looks than average men understand or are willing to accept. Most men fool themselves into believing looks aren't important to women because they need hope that a hot woman would still want them. And then NHP Global says, so you're now talking to yourself on your alt and still dodging JSTLK?
Damn, the troll never stops. And still dodging JSTLK.
Oh my God! So Rollo posts underneath his alt. His main response to his alt, so he's talking to himself. NHP Global calls him out, and guess what? Blocked!
So now you're responding to your alt. Blocked!
So now that I have established how this account, Seattle Sports Junkie, is indeed Rollo Tomassi's, aka Grandma Tomassi's, actual account, let's look at all of the crazy things he's been saying. Let's start with the racism, shall we? Okay, here we go. Remember,
it's bad, dude. It is bad. Like, it's not like, well, black people just commit more crime because it's in their genes. Like, it's like N-word, grab a banana.
this is Rollo talking. When you see this account talking, this is who's behind it, all right? Let's start here. Here we have I Show Speed, and there's a video, and underneath this video, it says, I still don't understand how the F this idiot became famous. And Rollo says, he's only famous on a plantation. Then
he's only, good job, Trey, for putting all this out. And you did a very good job putting it all together. He's only famous on a plantation. What about Gorilla Gonna Gorilla?
there's another video of I Show Speed where Rollo responds with, gorilla gonna gorilla. And then Chad Lewis says, don't insult gorillas. And then Rollo says, they are good for entertainment at your local auction.
They are good for entertainment at your local auction. Here's another one, Monkey's Gonna Monkey.
Guna says he's 19 and apologized 100 times. Forget about it, bro. And then Rollo says, monkey's going to monkey. Then we
It gets worse than that. It gets worse than that.
have Dov Kleiman, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And
Dude, he's got to be in a panic. He had his alt. So, again, just like the other alt we were looking at with Jack Posobiec, where he could say fuck up things and it wouldn't be tied to Jack Posobiec, they'd be tied to this other account called End Wokeness. He's got an alt account where he can be overtly fucking racist, and it doesn't, because he's always like fucking casually racist. But now it's overtly tied to him.
tweets, Lamar Jackson and Troy Aikman are currently in a legal battle revolving around the trademark for the number 8. And Rollo says, the gorilla always want to steal the banana and the cotton. Then we have Jake Shields.
The gorilla always want to steal the banana and the cotton.
Quote tweeting someone that says 2024 mega. It has Amber Rose. I don't even know this guy she's in the car with, but Jake Shields says,
That's one of those MAGA rappers, isn't it?
and people get mad at me because I'm not mega. And Rollo says they need a plantation to pick some cotton. Mitch says he's
How do you keep them busy? Give them a plantation to pick some cotton, he says.
black in the United States and has internet access. And Rollo says banana monkey who can't fight.
I don't even know what this is in response to, but someone says he's black in the U.S. and has internet access. Banana monkey who can't fight.
Kind of funny that Rollo keeps talking about
It gets worse. Dude, we're not even there yet.
somebody who can't fight, but he can't even say all of this with his whole chest under his main account. Jordan says, this account is a man. Y'all are down bad. For someone with 2 oranges and a banana. And of course, Rollo says, only one with a banana is the N-word. Then we
The only one with a banana is the ninja.
have a black guy named Tamar says, time for grandpa to retire. Rollo says, time for you to pick some cotton. Tamar ignores.
It's not even subtle or hidden, dude. Like people, that guy just said, time for grandpa to retire. And he says, time for you to pick some cotton because it's a black guy. Still waiting for a ninja who can actually fight.
Ignores him, I guess, which irritates Grandma Tomassi. And then he responds behind that by saying, still waiting for the N-word who can actually fight. Christy says, newsflash, white people are the minority. We only make up 16% of the world's population. Leave us the F alone. Rollo responds by saying, we are the superior race. Bow down, N-words. Now, funny, if you are the...
We are the superior race. Bow down, N-words. From Rollo to... Now, you can't have Destiny on your show because basically he shot Trump. Do you think you can have Rollo anymore or support Rollo without supporting all of these beliefs? This won't hurt his fan base. His fan base are a bunch of fucking alt-right lunatics. But do you think anybody else could have him on a show without supporting these?
superior race, Rollo. Why don't you say this behind your main account? Why are you such a coward? You keep talking about how you can fight and you just waiting for an N-word to come fight you. And yet said you talking all this nastiness behind the account called Seattle.
God, I can't wait till Black Twitter finds Rollo and his fucking alt account, and then someone shows up. The last thing that Rollo Tomassi may ever hear in his pitiful existence is World Star.
Seattle sports junkie. And of course we have a black woman here, and she's talking about the coof and wearing a mask and her dad who passed away from the coof. And then Rollo says,
It basically says, I'll never get over the irony of me being a COVID ICU nurse and my dad being an anti-vaxxer who died of COVID, which is sad. And he says, I never worked a mask one time.
Never worked a mask one time. And what he meant to type was, I never wore a mask one time. And she picked up on the fact that he made a typo, and she made a joke by saying, you better work that mask, and shows a black woman who has a mask that matches her dress. And he goes, black B words look like monkeys. Wait, they are.
Black bitches look like monkeys. Wait, they are. From Rollo Tomassi. What's up, Chris? Somebody was asking about you the other day. If I had seen you in a while at the show.
And last but not least, this is the last exchange I'm going to show, but there's tons. Listen, I haven't even scratched the surface. There are tons and tons and tons of tweets of Rollo being blatantly racist, of Rollo using slurs. And truth be told, I wouldn't even care if he said it behind his main account. But the fact that he's such a coward and hide behind his alt account.
Yeah, if you really believe that shit, why are you on an alt account saying it?
By speaking what he really thinks.
Because you're hiding that shit because you're either afraid of the backlash or afraid of people finding out it's you. Why aren't you saying this shit on your main account, bro?
Expressing his true feelings, that's cowardly. I can't stand behind that, and I can't respect it. So here we go. He goes, head full of pubic hair. LeMayo, that's not me, you imbecile. Damn, you can't read either, huh? Crying, laughing emoji's face. I never said it was you, N-I-G. So you just making fun of random black guys' pics, LMNO. And then he goes, you all look the same on the plantation. And then this guy says, it's 2024, dude. Racist jokes don't cut it anymore, buddy, LOL. And then Rollo says, nothing has changed. Racism is a false narrative. What world do you live in? And then he goes, if that's true, then you wouldn't be a P word and not show your face. But you scared of the real life consequences it would bring to not only you, but your family. LOL.
True. You're afraid of the consequences it would bring to you and your family.
Well, so this whole racist S behind a page that don't have an ounce of real life on it is just blah, blah. Rollo says, I talk like this all the time. No, you don't. You are in a all talking like this. He's such a liar. Oh my God. There are no consequences, just buses of N-words leaving for Africa. Wait. Hey, Rollo, you do know you can't catch a bus from America to Africa, right? There's a whole lot of ocean that's in between this continent and that continent. Oh my God. Oh my God. The bell curve is a lie. Oh my God. Anyway, let's go and move on. Sure you do. Just magically when you do it, it's behind a fake page. Exactly. This is a fake account. He's hiding his real identity behind this alt account. Yep, sure, buddy. You're such a P word. You're scared of getting canceled, LaMayo. Losing your little 9-to-5 too, huh? No, he don't have a 9-to-5. He doesn't want Amazon to remove his books off their website. So Rollo says, cancel culture does not exist, dumb ass. I literally talk like this every day.
You are coping and seething.
No, you don't, you liar. Notice that you are the only one.
He never says shit like this over ever on his main account, his show, on his streams, none of that. Like there's a bunch of shit that he'll say where you'll be like, that's probably racist, right? The way you said it, but it's not like this.
In your echo chamber, when you are with the projection, holy smokes, when you are willing to actually confront me like a man, let me know. How are you going to confront you, Rollo, when you don't even tell him who you are? Like, how is he going to confront you? You're not going to give him your real name. You're not going to give him your real location. You're not going to meet up with him in person. You're just acting big and bad online. Until then, take your lynching like a good N-word. So that's...
Until then, take your lynching like a good N-word. Are you kidding me, dude? Until then, take your lynching like a good N-word.
So that's Rollo being racist.
And she didn't even go through all of them.
Now, let's look at Rollo being lonely. Now, before we get into those juicy tweets, let me explain to you about Rollo's...
He can't be lonely. He's figured out the secret. By the way, all of them are talking about not marrying while you're young, going out, being successful, becoming a millionaire, then getting a 16-year-old who's never had sex before because everybody wants a virgin, and that's the only way but none of these people did it, right? He's married to a woman that's his age. They were married when he was fucking poor. Like, none of them actually followed their advice. Like Fresh and Fit, they fucking have to pay women to sleep with them from the sugar baby websites, pay women to be on their fucking podcast, same people. Like they all tell you how to live, but none of them live that way.
Loneliness. You see, Rollo and his wife of 28 years have separated. This is the reason why he had to move out of the home that they basically used to
So the red pill didn't work, Rollo?
share together. She went and got her own place. He got his own place. And to cope about it, he shows old pictures of him and her that were taken like 4 or 5 years ago. Now, when they separated, I have a funny feeling they separated sometime in 2022 or last year in 2023. But they are no longer together. This is the reason why Rollo has a lot of time on his hands and the reason why he's using his alt account to flirt with women, especially women in the corn industry, as well as women who have OF pages. Here we have one young lady and she says, which way, Western men? Small tatas, dump truck, or mommy milkers, small booty? And
wait a second. Which way, Western man? Small titties in a dump truck, or mommy milkers in a small booty?
And this is what Rollo says. I love both, actually. They both have their benefits. I was 16 with a chick who had a small booty, and she was effing my face so good. So after that, I was on a small booty kick for a period of time. Excessively big is never my thing. We know you hung like an ant. Anyway, excessively big is never my thing, but I know guys like that. Then we have...
Jesus Christ. Oh, no. He's not trying to rizz up some fucking Twitter pictures, is he?
Have a young lady taking a selfie and he says, tell me you have a sexy booty without telling me you have a sexy booty. And this is the one that really floored me. That's my friend Kat. Hi Kat. I love me some Kat Canada. Y'all go follow her. She is awesome. Kat tweeted this. It's 2:05 a.m. my time. I can't sleep. You? And this is what Rollo says to her under his alt account. Mind you, he blocked her under his main account, but he's flirting with...
Tell me you have a sexy booty without telling me you have a sexy booty.
with her under his alt account, as if she would want to get down with you. She says she can't sleep, and the first thing come to his mind is this. Then we have a Christian woman who says, what are the best ways to serve the Lord? What do you think horny Rollo Tomassi says? Do you think he says, read the Bible, feed the hungry, volunteer at a shelter? No, this is what he says. Now, of course, I can't show you this entire tweet because, well, Rollo, under his alt account, follow a lot of corn accounts, and these accounts are known for showing corn clips, okay? And
of course he follows porn clip channels.
This is one of these corn clips.
By the way, that RedPill say that you should never watch corn. It rots your mind. Like, that's what's wrong with people jacking off. Like, you need to go meet a real girl. And you want to fuck all these women and use them all up while you're building your millions, but never marry them because they'll just steal from you and cheat on you, blah, blah, blah. And then once you're a multi-millionaire, then you find that virgin.
A woman is being, I guess you could say, pleasured. And this is what Rollo is saying underneath that clip. But now we come to the finale of his horniness, okay? Here we have Lady Alaria. She's a pro-dom, also known as a professional dominatrix.
Oh, no. He's a red pillar and he's into being dominated? No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. Been dealing with some personal stuff lately, but I've been keeping tabs. Oh, well, I hope you get through everything all right, man.
And this is her Twitter account. And it looks like your boy Rollo likes to be a
trad wife dom.
Bottom to women.
Trad is traditional, right? They want the man to go out and make the money, protect the family, blah, blah, blah. They want to raise babies and do dishes, and that's all they want.
And it looks like he likes to get pegged, too.
Boom, headshot.
So she's...
So I'll tell you, remind me to tell you something about Phil here in a second.
Has a sensitive content of a picture of her.
Actually, I'm going to keep it a secret.
Let me see.
Don't remind me.
Should I say this? She has a pegging device on her pelvic area. There we go. And she says...
She has a strap on. She has a strap on.
You're living off your parents. Redacted to pay your rent.
Everybody's a trad in China, Atsuko. You're not allowed to be anything other than traditional. Jesus fucking Christ. Go to your rice dungeon and tell us what your fucking leader told you to say.
Kid. Then she hides Rollo's response, but we're going to go to the hidden replies where he goes, only beta males. And then she says, you were just in my DMs trying to hook up with me. You want the pegging, don't you, loser? And then she hides this message by Rollo, and that message says, I wasn't trying to hook up with you, silly. Bad attempt at
Wait a second. I missed part of it.
On her pelvic area. There we go. And she says, you're living off your parents. Redacted to pay your rent, kid. Then she hides Rollo's response, but we're going to go to the hidden replies where he goes, only beta males. And then she says, you were just in my DMs trying to hook up with me. You want the pegging, don't you, loser? And then she...
Ooh.
He hides this message by Rollo, and that message says, I wasn't trying to hook up with you, silly. Bad attempt at flattering yourself. Then she says, you were. Why else try to chat me up and call me beautiful? LOL. You want me to make you my beta B word.
Ooh. Chat. So she's doing strap-on pictures, talking about, and she's a dominatrix, talking about dominating men. And he's in her inbox saying about how beautiful she was and chatting her up.
It's called simple conversation. I would do the same thing at a bar, baseball game, or a grocery store. Doesn't mean I want to F you. To think otherwise is extremely naive. Oh my
bullshit. If you go to an account that their account's like set up for like dominatrix or OnlyFans. Let's say you go to a Twitter account that says top 1% OnlyFans, and they got their OnlyFans content, check out my videos, and that's what they do, right? It's basically a business account, even though it's their personal account. It's a business account for their OnlyFans. And you send them a message saying, damn, you look so good, you're awful beautiful, just giving you a compliment. What the fuck do you want out of that? It's not just a conversation because you're not at a bar, right? You're staring at their fucking nudes and then sending them messages. Of course you're trying to hook up or get some free nudes or some shit. Obviously you want to fuck them.
My God, the cult. You're just capping at this moment. The lies, I swear. So she says, so you admit you slide into my DMs, LOL, simp. I think you meant gimp. That's what I think you meant there. Okay, not a simp, gimp. That means gimp. And of course, everybody's enjoying the show, okay? Then Rollo says, your
Ramesh.
DMs aren't sacred. Your DMs are not a hookup platform. Your DMs are a means of a conversation. The cope, I swear.
Your DMs aren't sacred. Your DMs are not a hookup platform. Your DMs are a mean conversation. Nothing more or less, dumb bitch. Dude, if you don't know the person, right, you don't just randomly DM them. Although, I will tell you what surprised me. I sent a message to a big YouTuber and actually got a response. I mean, it was just kind of like a generic response. But you guys remember that show or that quote that Willie Mack show did where he was like, I was going to make a video about how crazy Destiny was, but then I started looking into the Trump trying to subvert the election thing and realized like Destiny's right about all that. I sent him a message. I was just like, thanks. Like I don't feel like such a crazy person now. Like that's what got me off the fucking Trump train bullshit was him trying to subvert the election. He actually responded.
Nothing more.
He said he doesn't believe that people are doing it on purpose. They just don't realize, like, they haven't read the documents. They haven't looked into it, which I'll agree and disagree. Like, there are some people that just don't know, and I think it should be amplified and put out there all the ways that he tried to subvert the election after knowing he lost. He told his personal friends he lost fair and square, but was telling you that he was cheated and you had to fight like hell and all that shit. He's like, I think people just don't fucking see it. But I think some people don't know it. Other people don't want to know it.
Unless you dumb B. She says, you slide into my DMs to what? Discuss the weather? LOL, you want me. You want to date me. You want me to peg you.
Which, if he's into doms, if he's into this dom bitch, he might be doing this on purpose because he likes to be talked down to, right? He might have sent her a message and posted something shitty because he wants to be dominated. He wants to be called a simp and a cuck and a little boy. I'm coming in your back door kind of shit.
Oof. Believe what you want. You are not convincing anyone, though. And she says, sure, Jan. And he doesn't reply back to that. But girlfriend is not done. She takes his tweet and quote tweets it and says, he is all mad because he slid into my DMs and he had to pay like everyone else. The racist white boy is upset now because I rejected him. And then somebody called FGC Flickr says, this is Rollo Tomassi's burner account.
Oh, no! No! Damn it, Rollo. You got busted? You're the godfather of the RedPill. You're trying to get pegged by an OnlyFans content creator? By the way, if you do OnlyFans, the RedPill community may or may not fuck you because, hell, half the people that come on Fresh and Fit or the sugar babies probably have OnlyFans, right? But you're never marriage material. You're below them. You've sold your body out. You're useless. You're like an old saloon door just swinging back and forth for anybody that wants to go in, right? But they would never have anything to do with you outside of that.
Grandfather of the RedPill community who was sliding into your DMs. Who knew he was such a simp? Gimp, he's...
Damn! And the simp is the worst possible thing you could fucking be, right? Like if you watch a titty streamer and send her or buy somebody's own, simp is the worst fucking thing you could be in the RedPill community. By the way, don't put it in chat, that word. It's banned by Twitch now, I think, simp.
He's not a simp! Gimp! He's a gimp! So a woman named Sherry B sees all this and she says that no one wants you talking to them any of those places either. He says, like you would know, looking like you do. And she says, I regularly thank the sweet baby Jesus that one benefit of getting old was getting rid of most of the trash men. Now let's see your face, you chicken poop. Hey Sherry, you want to see his face? Bam! There it go.
Get him, Tree. Get him.
That's what he looks like. That's Grandma Tomassi. That's what Grandma looks.
I had to tell my neighbors today that if they ever see me outside of my own house with a ski mask on and a fucking crowbar, I don't report me and don't ruin the atmosphere. That's how Mariah gets off. That's her fantasy, right?
It's like, with his old self.
They said they knew.
Now look at him talking all this yin yang behind the anonymity of his little alt account. Seattle sports junkie got a nerve to call you old.
Get him, Trey. Good job.
So Rollo says, judging from your appearance and subtracting 30 years, I find it hard to believe there is much difference other than the menopause. And she says, believe whatever you want, you chicken poop. Just leave women alone when they ask. Now, of course, there is a hidden tweet here by Rollo because it's limited, and I went and clicked on view and I came up with this. So I'm going to read this here for you. She didn't ask me to leave her alone, dumb blank, crying, laughing emoji face. If you are on a social media site and pretend to be someone you are not, you dumb B-words are also fair game.
You dumb bitches are also fair. On social media and pretend to be someone you're not while he's on his alt account hiding from his Rollo Tomassi account. You also said it in front of my boss. Yeah, I wanted the boss to know. What if she sees me one day doing your little role-playing thing? Hey, she used to make me hide in the closet, but now it's too full. I can't fit.
And she says, yes, I did. I told you to pay me to talk or leave. You didn't pay, and you kept messaging me, telling me you were above paying and trying to insult me. Rollo says, you...
Oh, wait. Yes, I did. I told you pay me to talk or leave. You didn't pay, and you kept messaging me, telling me you were above paying and trying to insult me. So he was trying to rizz her up, and she's like, you got to pay like everybody else for OnlyFans. He's like, I'm above that. And you're not good enough. You're a liar, Mariah. You're a liar. You want to be graped all the time.
You have the block option. That's all
right. Corner time. She likes to be punished.
You need other than an apron and skillet. By the way, if this dominatrix is listening.
So you have to block me to get me to stop talking to you. That's how women should be treated on the internet. Right? I can say whatever the fuck I want to you. If you don't like it, block me.
To me right now, you suck. I don't understand.
By the way, this is also how I talk at a bar or a baseball game or the grocery store.
Why you keep going back and forth with this loser and he hasn't dropped any money on you, okay? You are wasting time. This is a time waster. How do you as a pro dom not know that by now, okay? You should have blocked him a long time ago. Instead, he's right. He's wasting your time, and time is money, girl. Go back to the dom that taught you because you need to get a refresher course. Anyway, she says, or you can piss off, get off my replies. And then he says, never gonna happen unless you woman up and block me. She says, proving you
got a woman up like Derek Johnson cowboying up.
Don't listen to women, pushing yourself on us. And he says, I don't need to do that. You're just easy, hence the entertainment factor. And she says, pay for it, your humiliation, or F off. Rollo said,
by the way, there are, if you're a woman on the internet for long enough, you've probably gotten a dick pic, right? Especially if you have, like, I don't know, traditionally, what people would think was like traditionally pretty pictures or whenever you get a dick pic. There are some guys that are into like humiliation kinks that you'll get like an extremely like fucking microscopic penis, and they'll send you that dick pic, and they want you, like you think, oh, you got a tiny dick, blah blah blah, get off here. They like that, right? That's why they sent it to you. They like to be humiliated. That is their kink, is humiliation. So they'll send you their dick, and you think, oh, I'll say he's got a small dick and go the fuck away. That's what they want. They're never going away.
Not gonna happen. You're already replying to me out of ignorance and brainwashed beliefs. If racism, that made no sense. The joke is on you. And finally, she posts a JPEG that says this conversation is now paywalled. Your comments are hidden. Pay $100 to continue. And he laughs at that. I would laugh at it too. She's a joke, dude. She's a big old joke. And so there you have it. That is Rollo,
the rational male Seattle sports fan.
Oh, flirting with other women, typing cooler messages, and just
Tree.
Being an all-out.
An amazing job, Tree. Good job. Made me laugh.
Creep, not to mention extremely racist. This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters.
So again, check out Tree's channel. I try to, I'm subscribed to her channel, but I usually have to wait, and I don't watch the videos right when they come out. I probably should, but instead, I usually go back and watch them all at once, or like binge watch them or whatever. Good job, Tree. Very good. Very good. Rollo, okay, hold on. I wonder if I can give you a rundown on Rollo. If somebody's clipped some of his shit together. I asked about Rollo Tomassi and this happened. VTSO cast. I don't know what the VTSO cast is. Let's see if we can find some of his clips. There's one. Check out
Women
some of his
don't get
beliefs.
married until right around 29 years old right now. I mean, it's getting pushed further and further back. People want to say, oh, well, it's because we've empowered women and they're going to school and they've got careers. And no, bullshit. They want to hold out because they believe that they have more choice than they actually do. And then it bites them in the ass when they get past the 31-year-old mark, whether you want to call that the wall.
Oh, by the way, if you're in your 30s, you are absolute fucking trash. No man will ever love you. No man will ever be with you. You have no chance of having kids or having a happy life. You're just done, right? You should have fucking married somebody when you were 16, like a good little girl.
No, bullshit. They want to hold out because they believe that they have more choice than they actually do. And then it bites them in the ass when they get past the 31-year-old mark, whether you want to call it the wall or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Right. Once they get past that, they become yellowed pearls. They're not undesirable, but they become less desirable. Less desirable than the 23-year-olds, that the guys that they want to get with at that during that time of their lives, assuming they're high-value guys, that they can only hold out for the high-value guys. They're not interested in a 31-year-old. They're interested in a 21-year-old.
Right. High-value girls want the younger the better. Let's see. This is not someone like attacking him. This is his own fucking shorts. This is the stuff he puts out. What he thinks is his best content in 30 or a minute or less to get you to go to his channel.
That people make about the red pill is that it's like very anti-woman or it's misogynist or everything. I have said this, and maybe this is a good way to end the shows. I've said this before in at least 3 of my books. Men and women are better together than we are apart. Yes. We are innate, evolved, created or evolved, however you choose to believe. We're an innate complement.
You shouldn't focus on career. I know, but you can make whatever decision you want, but you shouldn't focus on a career or going to school or getting a degree or what. You should focus on making a man happy. That's your inherent value. You'll never be as good as you would if you just made a man happy.
To one another. My strengths offset my wife's weaknesses, and
his wife left him 2 years ago.
Weaknesses are offset by her strengths, okay? So when people throw this out, I've already been accused of this, of saying, oh, you're a male supremacist or whatever. Like, I've been saying this since as far back as the mid-2000s. Men and women are better together than we are.
Why does he look like he's part of a hair band?
And they are apart, and they are innate natural complements to one another. The big mistakes that people make about once you have,
yeah, well, he has a big fan base. That, I mean, he's a big streamer. The problem is that because they seem like they're older, they seem like they have their shit together, they seem like they're wealthy, they seem like they're doing well with women or their show or whatever, that they usually latch on to impressionable boys from like 13 to like 20, and give the boys this belief that they got to be a high value male. The only way a woman will ever truly love them, or they could get a good-looking woman, is become a millionaire and focus on themselves, do this, which a lot of, like, lift weights, make money, get a good career, all of that stuff isn't bad. It's just the way they fucking treat women. That's the bad part.
Have sex with progressive.
Or the mentality they teach you about women. Like, women only want money. Women only want to fuck. Women only want to fuck this guy, but they want to settle down with this guy.
Hotter and hotter women, then you tend to look at sex as really for what it really is, which is not some cosmically meaningful, the planets aligned kind of experience. And it's just like, you know what? I can enjoy this for what it really is. And I think that guys who don't fuck are just so overly concerned with the virtues and the morality of guys who do fuck. Because essentially what it is it's just like intrasexual combat. It's intrasexual competition. And of course, if you can disqualify your opponent by gaslighting him into thinking that his sport fucking is in some way morally reprehensible or degenerate, then if he polices himself and his worst instincts,
that's where they separate from. They believe a lot of the same things as like the Christian nationalists, but a lot of the Christian nationalists are like, you should save yourself for marriage, blah, blah, blah. They still think that women should be super traditional, at home, raising kids. That's what's wrong with the country. But it's the amount of fucking that you do. Hell, they got fucking Nick Fuentes fucking masturbating to his fucking guy friends on couches and shit. He's so fucking backed up with semen.
Then guess what? Maybe he's not going to lick the ice cream that you could get later on, hopefully when the stars align and the planets are aligned with Pluto, whatever. Once you a woman's psyche has been conditioned over the course of millennia. Women are looking for the better and better deal. They're looking for the best they can do. And if they broke up with you, clearly you're not the best they can do. And they say, well, gosh, I can't believe it's so heartless. She's such a bitch. It seems unethical and immoral. In practical terms, the reason why she gets over you quicker than you get over her is because, well, you've got more invested in that because you need to make
It's all this genetic conditioning over millions of years. Like, a woman always wanted the best hunter because that means she eats and survives kind of deal.
sure that the babies are yours. Paternity as an investment is one thing. The other
What?
quicker than you get over her is because, well, you've got more invested in that because you need to make sure that the babies are yours. Paternity as an investment is one thing. The other thing is this is tribal warfare. Women were spoils of war because they were incubators of the next generation.
Women are spoils of war because they're the incubators of the next generation.
If a woman couldn't get over losing her previous husband and her sons and maybe even some of her daughters, if she was unable to do that, she would just be killed. So the women who could get over that, who developed psychological.
So because women were taken as war trophies, this is how they genetically developed through evolution, which they probably don't believe in. Because they were taken as war, if you couldn't get over your last man, you were killed, right? You need to become the new sex slave here and get over that.
Mechanisms and sort of like ego protection mechanisms in their hardware or their firmware.
This is again what he thinks is his best content. Like, you're going to be scrolling one day and see a minute of him talking like this and tune into his channel.
Where the ones who couldn't do that died, and the ones who could lived. That's how the war brides dynamic works. And a woman's psyche. All these chicks who are like want to give men male dating advice. How about this? Here's some male dating advice. Here, if your female life coach or your female dating advice or your self-help book doesn't start with men and women's brains do not work do work differently. Science has discovered for the first time. If it doesn't begin and end with that fucking sentence, bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye. No thanks.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. If it doesn't begin and end.
He's got super, super hardcore serial killer vibes.
And with the fact that men and women are different and they require different modalities, let's just say, for like when it comes to therapy, when it comes to like understanding, when it comes to like, oh, well, men emote this way, women emote this way. If you are dealing with a therapist who says, oh, men and women are just fundamentally the same, get the fuck out. Bye. All these
Red Pill's a big deal right
speaking
now.
for on behalf of women.
5 years ago until now, Red Pill's been a big deal.
Right? We feel unsafe.
Incels as well.
I would agree with you on that. I'll tell you why.
Incels are kind of like they're the ultimate Red Pill believers, right? Because they think that they're too ugly, they're too shy, they're involuntary celibate. No woman would ever fuck them because they're out here fucking all the chads that are good looking, have money, have fucking abs and white teeth and shit. It's like, but the biggest thing, honestly, the biggest deciding factor of whether you'll fuck or not is literally just fucking trying, just talking to somebody. Like when you're young and dating and going on dates, like the people who tend to fuck are the people that can go up and have a normal conversation with a girl, rather the person is like, I can't do it. Or doesn't go out at all because they know they're going to fail or whatever. If you just start a conversation, you're going to end up fucking eventually.
Because women are the vulnerable sex.
Right.
They are the ones that men have to protect, provide, and provision for since we were running around in the sub-Saharan African savannas as hunter-gatherers. When women say, I feel unsafe, it's generally because they're the ones that are charged with having children, being the incubators of the next generation. So of course you're going to feel unsafe because when you are pregnant with a child for 9 months at a pop and then have another one and another
that's going to fuck you up, man.
one after that, then yes, you're the vulnerable sex and rely on men to help have them make you feel safe in a very...
We're like, hey, you remember, don't listen to exactly what she says. Pay more attention to what she does. It's very ugly to the public. I like Chris Williamson, but Chris Williamson has a clip where he goes, just be yourself. He says it with his Welsh accent, and I'm like, dude, you take your shirt off for money. You're telling men to just be themselves. That is crazy. It's like Shaquille O'Neal saying, just get taller.
This is advice to ugly men. Giving advice to men is ugly.
It's fucking crazy.
Just look at the banner on his like YouTube channel. He's
It's just like ripped like this. My whole point is this. What's happened is there's two types of dating coaches. There's the dating coach who gives the good advice, but now we're watching how the sausage is made and it's ugly. And a lot of people don't want to see that. And now there's the dating coach that your girlfriend approves of. And that's the econ. That's Chris Williams.
You should listen to her,
That's Alex Date Site. That's Mac and Murphy. They're dating coach that your girlfriend approves of. And that's what's
They're also big on tricking women, right? If you say they'll never tell you to be yourself. They'll say they want to hear this, they want to see this, they want to believe this, and that's how you get laid. But that's not going to work, right? You're going to find, even if you're like the fucking weirdo who's into this and no one else is, you're going to find somebody else that is, just the female version or the male version, if that's what you're looking for.
supposed to happen now. Isn't it funny? All these people are super good looking, giving us something.
Unplugging guys from the Matrix is dirty work. Somebody's got to do it, right? Unplugging guys from the Matrix is dirty work. It's thankless work. You don't get it immediately. You'll get thanks later on. But trust me, you will run into a lot of hate and a lot of resistance before you get to that thanks. So I look at it this way. Unplugging guys from the Matrix is like triage. So what do you do in triage? You help the ones that you can, and you read last rites to the dying. So you're just like, okay, I can work with this guy. If there's a guy that you try to help and they're too far gone, vaya con Dios, shalom aleichem, and then you move on to the next guy. Okay, and that's pretty much the process. So I think it's the attitude that you should probably have when it comes to this stuff. So bear that in mind. And I know it's hard, especially when it's your relative or a really close personal friend. I get it. That women tend to search out more violent pornography, and they tend to be aroused by dark triad traits. They tend to be aroused by guys who are like
dark triad, where women want to fuck serial killers, which may be true for Mariah. That's why I have that ski mask, the shiesty, and that crowbar. She likes me to threaten her with it, but it's not true for most women.
Like hybristophilia, which is the getting off on or the arousal by guys who are dangerous criminals, guys who have killed other people. Interesting story. Exactly. So the other thing is, like, you got to remember that hybristophilia is like not all women are like hybristophiles, but only women are
Mariah wasn't even attracted to me at all until she found out how many people I've killed.
hybristophiles. So like when they get off on a guy who's a convicted criminal who has the capacity to kill another guy in our ancestral past, there was no greater demonstration of higher value than for one guy to off another guy and then drag you back as the spoils of war to join his tribe. So that's another reason. Also,
your spoils of war, ladies.
This is ugly as sin, but it's like when a primate troop, when there's like an alpha male monkey comes in and he deposes the existing alpha male that's there, he proceeds to kill off all the offspring of the previous alpha that was there. And that's that women tend to search.
Kill your stepkids. That'll get her ovaries going.
Here's the deal. This is the explanation for why we say the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. I was explaining it to Domo off camera.
The bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. There is not a phrase that describes Yori better than this. I'm just joking.
Here before. If you go and you look at any porn movie right now, odds are the women are wearing hoop earrings. Okay, the reason for that is because there's a study by Dr. Marty Hazelton, who was an evolutionary psychologist, and she was studying was sexual ornamentation. That means when women are in their ovulatory phase, they tend to dress in red. They tend to
they wear bigger hoops. When their vaginal cavity is ready for baby batter, they wear the hoops to signal it.
Show more skin. They tend to sexualize themselves that much more, and they tend to wear what? Hoop earrings. It's not. It wasn't about.
They tend to wear hoop earrings when they're ovulating. Duh. Yori will be parking for another 6 hours. Don't worry about it.
A race issue. It wasn't about anything else. Just clarifying that for the field right now.
I appreciate you clarifying that because culturally, Latin women and black women, we wear hoops.
God damn! Did you see those hoops? She must be ovulating the fuck.
Clarifying that because culturally, Latin women.
Look at those hoops. Let me whip some up for her.
And black women, we wear hoops. Culturally, I hate hoops. Thank you for clearing that. It made me look so.
They red pill people, I think, are like mentally handicapped. So they like stuff that rhymes, right? Or stuff that has alliteration in it. The bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. Alpha bucks or alpha fucks, beta bucks, right? That's what they need. So they try to make it simple. I think they have a coloring book they put out.
What were you saying, Ashley? What were you saying, Ashley? I can't even.
Here's the deal. This is the explanation for why.
When you see that's a beta tell, okay, that is Jada Pinkett Smith's sort of subconscious reacting to what's peripherally going on around her. Okay, you have to remember that women's filter.
By the way, they will find examples that like fit their narrative perfectly, like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, right? Because Jada's clearly in charge. She cheated on him multiple times. He keeps running back. So it fits their like beta lifestyle. Even though he's got money and abs, he's still a beta at heart. But they'll ignore all of the evidence that doesn't support it.
Women's hypergamous filter is always on. That's number one. Also, the creep filter is always on. Sometimes women marry the creep or somebody that gives them the creep.
If she's got the hoops, she's a salute. That's what I always say.
Or gives them the ick. You want to know why they have been sort of living completely separate lives for the last 7 years right now? It's because somewhere along the line, she said, you know what? I can't get over Tupac. I can't get over the Alpha. I can't get over August Alsina. I can't get over the fact that I am with this dude who, by the way, is a shining fucking example of why Dr. David Buss and the mate switching hypothesis is absolutely wrong. Absolutely 100% wrong. When you see, that's a beta tell. Okay, that is Jada Pinkett Smith's sort of subconscious.
Fix that. Let me explain something to you about boundaries, because I was talking about, I've harped on this for a very long time. Boundaries mean nothing unless there is some sort of consequence to those. Okay,
but that's controlling though, dude. That's controlling.
It's not controlling.
Why are you controlling people?
So here's the thing. So I'm going to use another extreme example. The guys have hit me up all the time. They'll say, Rollo, my girlfriend or my wife, whatever, she comes to me and she says, hey, I want to go and have a girls' weekend out in Vegas. I want to go have a girls' night out. I want to go and do these things. Is that okay with you? Are you okay with that? And really, that's really more in a relationship sense. That's a shit test. Okay, it's not about the permission. It's not about whether or not you're okay with it or not. It's the fact that she wants to go in the first place. So what I tell guys is say,
if you want to go anywhere without your mate, done.
Yeah, say, yeah, sure, have fun. You go out with your girlfriends. That's what you want to do. Sure, go ahead, honey. I support that, right? She comes back, all her shit's on the sidewalk and all the locks on the doors.
If she goes to Vegas for a girls' night, if she has to go to Vegas for a girls' night, you say, sure, go, and then you pack up all her shit while she's gone and change the fucking locks. I could be such a good red pill guy. Maybe that's what I should do.
Women don't get married until right around.
There's a lot of yelling in red pill. Red pill's
29 years old right now. I mean, it's getting pushed
I think
further.
We saw that one, didn't we?
I didn't know who Kevin Samuels was, but people kept telling me this guy named Kevin Samuels is repeating your words.
Right.
So I reached out to him and asked him to come on the show because they were showing me where he was saying, you know, that Tommy somebody, whatever.
You too, huh?
But yet, when I asked him to come on the show, he was like, yeah, I'll see if I got time. And I realized what that was. It didn't matter that you took from me. You didn't care about the main mission because you cared more about
the hustle.
Corporate. Yes.
Hustle
That's
versus
what you
true.
and I were talking about, like this, just this idea of you start seeing people who say, I care more about where I am, and that's where they're going. I'm going to keep drilling this home. That's where they're going to constantly divide us. Yeah. They're going to let one jump up because one of the most popular games you can play at Dave & Buster's is what? Whack-a-mole. You know it. I didn't know who Kevin Samuels was, but he kept
whack-a-mole, baby.
Being a booty call is exactly like being in the friend zone. It's the analogy. It's analogous. It's the parallel to being in the friend zone. Because what is a booty call? It is 100% sex. It's all sex and no emotional investment. That's what it is. You know what being in the friend zone is? 100% emotional investment and no sex whatsoever. It's the exact opposite of it. That's the difference between a booty call and, well, different. That's the similarities between a booty call and being in the friend zone.
That's similarities.
Congratulations. You're complaining about being in the friend zone.
They're the exact opposite. That's how similar they are.
So what do you tell guys that are in the friend zone? Get out of the friend zone. Stop doing that. Stop investing in that person because you're not. It's not going anywhere, and you're not a bad person for saying thanks, but no thanks. I have enough friends. Do the same thing, ladies. If you're sick of being a booty call and being in hookup culture, it's not the guy's fault. It's your fault for being in there. I would say the exact same. Being a booty call is exactly like being in the friend.
The 80% are guys.
He's got so many good takes, though. I can't stop.
The beta males, the guys who have a real tough time, but they're not the 20% that women want to bang. These are the guys who got to figure something out. And
so it's the 20% of guys that are betas and women don't want to have sex with them that subscribe to OnlyFans.
You're right. They fall in love with those girls over and over again. They'll find their favorite one. They'll spend a small fortune on that one.
They get extremely hostile towards women who are making a ton of money on OnlyFans. Like it hurts their ego, something special. Like they'll be like, you're useless, you're a whore, no man will ever want you, but just because they make money on OnlyFans. I watched you guys know Caleb Hammer, the guy that does the financial audit, and he's usually really mean or whatever. I watched him doing one with the OnlyFans girl today, and she had like a bunch of DoorDash charges, and he's like, do you ever cook? And she's like, oh, he's going to yell at me about my DoorDash. And he's like, no, fuck that. You would lose money going to DoorDash. You need to stay making content, DoorDash everything.
Until they get jilted. That's their like digital waifu, right? It's the girl for them. And they live out this fantasy of having some girl who actually gives a shit about them. Like that actually has some sort of like intimate connection with them. One time this guy was talking about the cycle that he goes through with these girls. He'll fall in love with his favorite girl. He'll spend something like $4,000 a month on this girl. And just so she'll acknowledge him and she'll know that he's out there, right? That he thinks she's special and he wants to know that she thinks he's special. And then you get that kind of back and forth that, you know, he thinks he's actually having a virtual relationship with that person. Then somebody pays $5,000 a month. She pays attention to him and not him. And now he goes through this, you know, depression. The 80% are
before, comes in from out of town, have a few drinks, and he says, "Oh, what's your son's name?" "Ethan." "Oh, really? Like, you mean Ethan, like the guy you used to bang back in university?" And suddenly that guy's eyes are opened. You want to talk?
Oh, so your wife has a kid and picks the name Ethan, and then you find out years later that was her college lover. Is your son named after her ex-boyfriend? #shorts.
About a red pill moment? That's your red pill moment. That's when you have that trauma. You go, "Oh my God, she named my kid after a previous lover." But why should that matter to you? Why would you care? Why would that be a big deal? It's a stamp of his ownership on your kid that you had no idea about.
It's a stamp of his ownership on your kid. It
On
can't
your
just be like a
kid.
name she likes. That guy from college owns your kid. I was wondering why she named my little girl Eric. It's fucked up.
You had no idea about. She has no problem with that. It's the same thing. If you're the kind of guy that says, "Oh, dude, it's totally cool. Don't worry about it. She can keep her own name." You're the kind of guy who's going to be okay with her going, "Yeah, that's all right. She can name our child, my genetic legacy, after the guy that she was." Why should that matter to you? Why would you care? Why would that be a big deal? It's a stamp of his ownership on your kid that you had no idea about. She has no problem with that. It's the same thing. If you're the kind of guy that says, "Oh,"
I bet you he gave her a bunch of money during the divorce and told her she could never speak to anybody.
"Dude, it's totally cool. Don't worry about it. She can keep her own name." You're the kind of guy who's going to be.
So, here's what he's saying. That's why I rewound it. If you're the type of guy that would marry a woman and let her keep her own last name and say that's fine, you're the type of guy that would let her name your children after her former lovers. That's what he just said. It's okay. She can keep her name.
But why should that matter to you? Why would you care? Why would that be a big deal? It's a stamp of his ownership on your kid that you had no idea about. She has no problem with that. It's the same thing. If you're the kind of guy that says, "Oh, dude, it's totally cool. Don't worry about it. She can keep her own name." You're the kind of guy who's going to be okay with her going, "Yeah, that's all right. She can name our child, my genetic legacy, after the guy that she was banging in the phone cannon party in Cancun on spring break when she was back in university." Before comes in from out of town.
He's so accurate.
With guys, and she understands male nature well enough to find a guy with a big fish with a lot of money who is still stuck in his beta way of thinking, his blue pill conditioning, is a jackpot for a woman like that, because she knows how to turn on the charm. She knows how to be sexy for that guy who is in no way used to that kind of stuff, especially if he's a recent divorcee who's been in a sexless marriage for 10, 20 years. All she has to do is be more sexual than the bitch that wouldn't have sex with him in spite of him being this huge big fish, and maybe she took half of it.
True.
But he still has a lot of money. All that new chick has to do, all the 40-year-old girl has to do, is be more sexual, more vivacious, more fun, more
Did Phil do a live stream called The Money Shot?
feminine, and play the game better. And the bar is so low at that point that it's practically an automatic. So it's
Jesus, I hope you kept a list, Dr. J. Does it look like a dictionary?
hitting the win button for a predatory female who understands men's nature with guys, and she understands male nature well enough. Problem we're having today in Western cultures is that
is kind of weird, because I used to fuck a guy named Oliver back in high school, and I didn't even put two and two together till just now.
because we live in a gynocentric social order, we are taught that emotion trumps everything. So it's not about what you think, it's about follow your heart. That's the correct course of action, is to follow your heart. It's all about healing. It's all about love. It's all about, it's all about the correct way of thinking is instinct, emotion, and reason. That is a female way of doing it. And so what happens is over the course of, and we didn't used to always be this way. We didn't used to be this way. So prior to the sexual revolution, certainly in World War II and World War I and prior, when we lived in quote unquote patriarchal times, things were different because Western society was predicated on instinct, reason, and then emotion. And now it's instinct, emotion, and reason. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't be an artistic soul or whatever and express yourself. That please do when you have the luxury to do so. And understand what your responsibilities are as a man. Fine. And then the problem we're having today in Western culture.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to read you an email and you tell me, doesn't this sound an awful lot like Phil Godlewski? Hey, Will, buckle up because I've got a wake-up call for you. On Friday, we witnessed a financial, this is better ad copy, like it's written better than Phil, but the tenants are there. On Friday, we witnessed a financial bloodbath that should have every American questioning their retirement strategy. Here's what went down. A massive IT outage hit businesses worldwide, grounding planes and shutting down on banks. The culprit, CrowdStrike, a cybersecurity giant that just proved how fragile stocks can be. CrowdStrike's stock plummeted over 11% in a single day, wiping out $9 billion in wealth. But here's the kicker. Who's really taking this hit? It's not the fat cats on Wall Street. It's hardworking Americans like you who entrusted their retirement savings to institutional investors. Have a retirement account? You want to get it backed by real assets? Text IRA to this number right now to get started. Let's break it down. 75% of CrowdStrike shares are held by institutional investors. We're talking about BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Vanguard, the big boys managing your 401ks and IRAs. In one day, billions of retirement savings vanished. Poof. And guess what? This isn't a one-off. Remember AIG, Enron, Lehman Brothers? History keeps repeating itself, and your retirement is caught in the crossfire. Here's the cold, hard truth. If your retirement funds was holding GE stock before the last recession, like most were, you'd still be in the red nearly 15 years later. Let that sink in. This is why they diversify. So what's the solution? It's time to take control of your financial future. It's time to diversify into real assets that historically don't vanish overnight. I'm talking about silver, gold, real estate. While stocks can crash in hours, real estate provides steady and predictable cash flow, appreciation over time, tax benefits, protection against inflation. At Cardone Capital. Like today, the 23rd, like when you go to the hospital in the morning. I saw where you said it passed the car seat test. It just had some oxygen issues. That'd be good, dude. This is Grant Cardone, and literally sounds just like Phil's grift. It's Grant Cardone. And a lot of times, he gets a pass. People think that he's like a motivational speaker, but he is 100%. He is 100% a grifter. There are plenty of people out there that expose them. Grant Cardone, just like Phil Godlewski. Phil Godlewski did Live Now, The Money Shot, July 22nd, 2024. I guess he had a Money Shot stream. I thought he canceled again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do this. Do whatever you do, no matter who you are and who's seeing this, do not, absolutely do not go to this link that I'm dropping in the chat right now. BitChute.com/video/WYXJTDHDD as in dog G4Y. Do not go to that link. And do not watch Phil's entire film for free, uploaded to BitChute. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Most glaring.
You will go to prison.
Is the apparent stop and
This is receiving of stolen goods.
Of the presidential limousine. The Zapruder film shows the car moving at a constant speed, but
it's not worth it.
Perfectly.
Don't.
Carlson
do it. Don't go to that
more
link.
Straight up.
Don't watch the video completely for free.
Again.
Don't do it.
There was a switch.
Okay. It's the last time I want to say this. And this is the last time I'm going to drop the link again. Okay. Oh, except for I'm going to put it on Discord. And the reason I'm putting this link out there is because I want you to know, don't go watch it here. This is not the official website where you have to pay Phil $30 for it. If you see this link or anybody suggests this link to go there, I'm saying don't go there. Don't go there. Don't do it. But if someone sends you this link and says go there, bad idea. Receiving of stolen property. Don't do it. Don't. I'm gonna add a little note here on Telegram. Do not go to this link to watch Phil's entire JFK film for free without paying. Please be advised. I am sharing this link to encourage people to not do this, as Phil would be very mad at you. Thanks. There we go. Now people know. Now people know. Do not go to this link. Don't do it. It's going up to $40 in August, they say. That's right. And that's after it's free on Amazon Prime Video. Well, he's in talks with Amazon. I don't know if Jeff Bezos even has the money. Do you think Jeff Bezos even has the money to be able to afford Phil? I doubt it. I fucking doubt it, bro. What else? What else has been going on, chat? Let's check on Scott Rogers and we'll get out of here. I haven't checked on him in a while. I need to know he's still breathing. Need to know he's still taking breath.
What's going on, you guys? All set.
What the fuck is this? At Country Cory. Why'd you tag? What is this?
New clothes. Good church wear. This shirt. Breakaway. Snaps.
Breakaway. I think that's called buttons, dude. This show, breakaway. And Wes, anybody wants to have sex with me at church, I can just break it away. I think it's just called buttons.
Buttons. We get hot.
If I get hot, right in the middle of church.
Pull it off. I'm gonna pause and change. Set.
Look at this one. Not breakaway.
2.
Perfect.
What you going with? These are cargo pants.
Lots of room for activities in there.
And yeah, I do have.
That's what I said about Mariah's back door.
Cargo shorts too. Set 2. Pause.
What's he getting? Is this a back to school haul? What is this?
And change.
Why the shoulder sleeves below his elbow? Because he's probably wearing like a 5X, right? He's not built like a normal human. The bigger your shirts are, everything gets bigger. That's why companies make like specifically fat people clothes, because like just because you got a big belly doesn't mean you have fucking 14 feet long arms, right? So typically when you get like cheap stuff and it's not like fit or for like big and tall or whatever, everything just gets bigger.
And here's cargo shorts.
Hoey Spillwit says tits out.
You got me 2 pairs of pants and 1 pair of shorts. And I'm going to keep these shorts on with those shorts and let y'all see. Pause to change shorts. Pull over, shorts combo.
That's got to be on backwards. Why is there so much slack here?
Pause and change.
That's the tag. It's 100% on backwards. I can see where the tag is sewn in.
And shorts again. And here's.
Was it just this shirt on backwards?
A polo short. One more short.
He is built like Twump.
That'll be done.
Which means he's 6'2", 280.
And here. This short would be good for the winter. No?
He's built like Twump with a lump.
Have a jacket over it. Or coat. What y'all think? And again.
It's hard to find a shirt that's sewn together like this, okay? Just be glad he fit in it. It's hard to find one shirt where your shoulder starts at your ear and your other shoulder doesn't exist. It's incredibly hard.
Country Cory will be mentioned below.
Fabulous.
What's up, everyone? How's it going? Country Cory. I think of him like my brother, you know? I mean, he's been there through me, through thick and thin, you know?
Wow. He's been there through me, thick and thin. I've been through Mariah thick and thin. I don't think that's what you meant.
Of him like my brother, you know?
I think of him like my brother, you know? He's been through me thick and thin.
I mean, he's been there through me, through thick and thin, you know? Teach me a lot of stuff, you know? You know? I mean, he's been there through me, through thick and thin, you know? Teach me a lot of stuff, you know? And he helps me out. I mean, yeah, he's older than me. But that doesn't mean we can be brothers, you know?
Well, obviously. You realize a sibling doesn't have to be younger than you, right? Yeah, he's older than me, but that don't mean nothing. We can still be brothers. You know?
And he stands up and sticks up for me. I appreciate him for that.
He sticks it up in my guts for me.
Listen to my friends. I appreciate y'all, too. Go check out his newest video. He will be linked, mentioned in the bio, mentioned down there.
So he's found a new person to worship. Let's see who it is. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He's taking him on field trips. Was he getting ready to sodomize this guy?
Hey, TikTok world, this is Country Cory and old Scott.
He looks a little bit like Leroy. Oh, come on. Play, you piece of shit. Now I can't pause any of them.
Hey, TikTok world, this is Country Cory and old Scott, Power Ranger. We're going to hit this pond when we come back. The rain stops. I done caught some 10-pounders in here. I can't wait to see the look on his face when we get this one right here. So, this rain's about to set in on us. This is an undisclosed location.
By the way, he just met this guy, and he's like, we've been through thick and thin. He's like a brother of mine.
Hey, TikTok world, this is Country Cory. I'm doing some more errands, and in the meantime, I'm going to run down to my local bank, get a few dollars out, and as soon as I get through taking care of my business, I'm going to go and pick up my buddy Scott, take him shopping, get him some clothes, and get him some new duds to put on.
As soon as the money stops flowing, he'll be like, that stupid N-word, you can go fuck your father.
Day to day. And try to make him feel a little bit better. And other than that, everything's going okay, I guess. I'm waiting to see how I get responded to on my TikTok this morning. Talk to you later. Good morning, TikTok world. This is Country Cory. I just wanted to run something by you guys that I wasn't really aware that it was this blatant. What's on my mind here? As a lot of you guys know, because I tagged him in the videos and stuff, but I took a friend of mine fishing yesterday, and I mean he's well known on the internet. To a lot of people, he's got a huge following, about 190,000.
I wonder why people wouldn't like Scott. He's just such a lovable guy.
And he's actually been my friend. I'm gonna say my friend.
That's exactly right.
Around 16 years.
Scott's using him for money. He's using him for followers. I can almost guarantee it.
Lived in one of my homes for a while because he needed some help. His family needed some help, and he stayed with me for a few years. And but I mean, from the time I met him, you know, he was a work in progress. That's just the way I would say he was a work in progress. And he has come a long way. I mean, he's lucky to be alive, to be honest with you, from a young childhood. And what's got me so flustered this morning, I was up all night thinking about it, is I know him as a person. I've known him, you know, like I said, since he was probably 16 years old. And he has...
The best thing this guy can do, if he honestly wants to do something for Scott, is get him away from everybody on fucking TikTok. Everybody. He should be live streaming these people. He shouldn't be interacting with them. He should be doing... He can still make his videos, right? Ignore the comments and fucking go on about his life.
Grown A lot.
Stop doing fundraisers and begging for money and buying toys.
Mentally. I mean, he used to not even be able to get around, to not even function, and to get where he's at now. I mean, it's amazing. But a lot of people are making fun of.
Bullshit. He couldn't move around. There's videos of him from 10 goddamn years ago, him moving around better than he does now.
I looked on the site, and just the comments that people sent me. There's so many of you guys that are uplifting, and I appreciate that. He appreciates it. And when I went to reading over stuff, I'm like, man, how do I block this person? I'm new at Facebook. I'm new at TikTok. I mean, I've not even been doing it for a month, and it's just something that
Weird. You just got a TikTok a month ago, and now all your content's about Scott.
to try,
Weird.
you know, just talk about learning and help or whatever. But what's got me so flustered is the bullying.
Living it up. Well, this is Country Cory.
There he is, waiting on Daddy.
I'm pulling up. I think I got him.
You think he said, no goddamn way. Go back the fuck inside, put on a shirt. You're not going no goddamn where with me with no fucking shirt on, and you're not going dressed as no goddamn Power Ranger.
About it.
I'm tired of all these goddamn Power Rangers and the goddamn projects.
Power Ranger hat. He's got everything fitting to jump on in here. Let's see what's the first thing he's going to
walking with
say.
that sword like... The sword's in his belt loop for his cargo shorts.
What do you think about it, Power Ranger?
Oh, no, man.
All right.
Oh, it's the hole in the armpit for me.
Ranger.
Oh, no, man.
Perfect.
All right. I was sitting there, everybody. I was picking up Power Ranger.
Dude, I'd do it. I'd hang out with Scott if he'd take a goddamn bath and pay attention and not do his the first goddamn rant. The first time he went to fucking cuss me, he'd learn what fucking karma's like.
Ranger Scott.
Yep.
Anything you want to tell him?
It's morphin' time. Tigersaur, power up.
We're going to get him. We're going to go get our bait. I got a bait bed at the house. We're going to go back and get the bait, and then we're going to go catch some of these fish.
All right.
This Country Cory sounding out again. All right.
Sounding
Tell
out
him bye,
again.
Scott.
Hasta la vista, baby.
We out.
Trying to impress his friend.
Hey, TikTok world, this is Country Cory.
And the white Tiger Ranger.
To my right. We were sitting out here, finna put the big smack down on them. We caught a few bass and brim. This rain done come down on us. And we're out here in a secret location. And if we get out here, if we don't get out of here, we're liable to get stuck. And then everybody's gonna know where we was at, because we're gonna need a record service to come get us out of here.
Yeah.
But when the sun comes out the next couple of days, we'll come back out here, maybe get in the boat or something, and see what we can do with them.
And now you can call me the fish whisperer, because Blim eased up.
All Scott said was, come on, boy. He started,
I said easy.
and they started jumping on his hook like you wouldn't believe. But anyway, I don't know where he learned that one at. I didn't teach him that, but he's got it going on. All right, bye-bye.
My life be like...
100% Scott's caught a fish before, looked down his gullet, and put his penis in it. 100 fucking percent. That man right there has had his dick in a fish. I guarantee it. What is this home? Please tell me he uses that to remove hooks or something.
Oh, Scott's got him one about, I guess, about a pound. What do you think about him, Scott?
100%. Scott is the type of person, anything that is vaguely circular, and he could spit on, his dick spin in it.
Yeah, about a pound.
He ain't quite big enough. We're going to throw him back and try a couple of more, see what we can do with him. Holler back at you, TikTok. Oh, Scott. Hey, TikTok. This is Country Cory. Me and Scott Rogers went fishing down in a secret spot. My son-in-law to be is a biometric at the state dock, so I told him I was going to endanger each other. So I said I was going to meet each other. And believe it or not, it didn't dawn on me until me and Ranger Scott was driving down the road. And I remember, I said, Scott, your first name was Daniel. He said, yeah, Daniel Scott Rogers. I said, well, my son-in-law's name is Daniel. So I got them both together. Believe it or not, they're right here. And to be honest,
Two Daniels in a pod.
let me get this thing right. I can't really tell them apart. And when it's time to go fishing, they both are the best fishermen I've ever seen. Scott here is a fish whisperer, and his son-in-law to be right here, he'll pay to catch a fish, but I don't know what to tell him. I just taught him how to hunt. Hey, y'all got to shake hands or something. TikTok's here. What you got? Now, who's the best? I guess Scott's the best. So we're down here in Biometric at the Biometric State Docks, getting rained on. And
I'm trying to turn this thing around.
Dicks and fish. That's what you get here, off-world colonists. Dicks and fish. This guy he has some disabilities, but he's also kind of like a piece of shit. Like he's fucking sent unsolicited nudes to a bunch of people. He fucking harasses women on TikTok. He has fake fundraisers where he comes on and begs for money and he goes and buys toys with it. And he knows right from wrong, clearly, because he's ashamed and deletes videos and gets rid of stuff when he does wrong. But too many people, I'm actually glad this guy's hanging out with him. He's not just doing it for followers. Too many people have given him a pass. So we check in on him from time to time. But he's definitely put his dick in a fish.
I guess I can. Yeah. So Scott is a whisperer, and Daniel.
Yeah, he's 5'3". Wasn't that what we decided?
Most of this, he thinks he's a master. But anyway, TikTok, I'll give it y'all later. Have some more fun in the rain. Yeah. Country Cory out.
He's looking like a Oompa Loompa.
Peace out, Scott. Peace out. May the power protect you. Hey, TikTok. Good afternoon, TikTok world. This is Country Cory. He wanted to go fishing, so I told him I'd pick him up today. We'll go.
Now look at this.
Hey, this is old Country Cory. I told him I'm gonna make him tick.
I like the one with Scott in them.
Good morning, TikTok world. I got a couple
orders
I gotta get after.
Scott has a friend. Maybe he'll set him straight. I have a feeling, though, Scott's the type of person that as long as he can use you, but the first time you say, I can't do that, even if you're nice about it, like I can't be there, I can't do this, I can't do that, it's fucking, Scott fucking flips the fuck out. Or if he can't control the entire situation. The only thing that I think might help this relationship is this guy's clearly much older than Scott and has been like in that position for a while. But you guys have seen the way Scott treats his dad, right? Like if this guy is in that position and Scott sees him as that, as like an authority figure, maybe it might work. But if Scott sees him as a peer, the first time something happens, he's going to fucking attack. He's going to call him. It'll probably get racist. You know how Scott goes, right? Racist slurs, homosexual slurs. Like, you know how Scott is. You know how Scott is.
What's going on, TikTok? The White Tiger Ranger is here. Yeah. Cory, Country Cory. I had this helmet and two drinks in my pocket with Dr. Pepper. I had pretty fun today. And sometime this week.
Who the fuck is drink? What the fuck are you talking about?
We're going to be doing something else, too. And also, on my birthday, there's a gift that I won. The Pegasus gift on my birthday. August 26th.
Yes, the off-white, the stained yellow Ranger is the same guy.
Second. I don't know how long I'm going to be live for then. But if anybody out there can get me the Pegasus, that would be pretty awesome. Appreciate it. And
the Pegasus.
Country Cory will be tagged below. Peace out, guys. May the power
It's mostly from his cleavage.
What's going on, TikTok? What's...
He's wearing a shirt more often.
Oh, man, that was a wild posture. Oh, jeez.
He is wearing a shirt more often.
I gotta make the soup tougher next time. And there will be a next time. I don't know yet. Man, that was a wild battle, too. Shouldn't use the head as a headbutt.
He is, so everything in his home is nicotine stained. This is a brand new apartment because his last apartment got caught on fire, so he moved him to a new one. But the last one, everything was that nasty nicotine yellow. Even his vents had like fucking dirty eyebrows over them where they never been cleaned. He's kind of like a hoarder. The last videos he used to post of his room when he was showing off some of his toys had roaches literally crawling up the walls and shit. It's pretty rough.
Wow.
If you want to see the stained Ranger, hold on. Wait till you see this video, if we can find it. It's got to be one of his most popular videos, right? Here we go. Wait till you want to judge. All right. So this is his mattress. Now his outfit's not perfectly white, but wait till you see the color shift on this mattress.
How's it going, everyone? I'm making this video to show you the stages of how I put on my White Ranger suit. First I go the white suit, then the belt, then the chest piece, the bicep piece, the gloves, where I
Look at that mattress and that fucking pillow. Someone told me this is how staph infection started.
I put on the gloves after these, and so those can go up.
Look at that ombre on that mattress, dude. And why is there this weird white spot right here?
Over this. And then lastly, the helmet. And if I need to go somewhere, the shit boots too.
Dude, we watched him go to the grocery store one time. He's like, I'm buying my groceries for the week. And he bought 3 2-liters of Diet Coke and 6 tubs of ice cream. And that was it.
That's before or after the helmet. I always choose.
He's got that Nerf gun strapped under his pillow. Gotta keep them fucking gats close, babe. Make a trunk
Sometimes
talk.
I do both. Before and
Alabama.
Appreciate you. How's it going?
Look how piss colored it is here, right? Look at this part of the mattress. Then look at this part of the mattress. It's color shift, and there's a big fucking ashtray right in the middle of it. Of course, look at the Nerf guns. He's got one under his pillow, one here handy. Empty cell phone case for some reason. That's his secondary phone. That ash. Bleh. It gave me that thin spit in my mouth. Damn it, Scott. Scott was injured by, when he was a baby, he was put in a wash machine on the spin cycle.
Then the belt, then the chest piece, the bicep piece, the gloves.
He lives with his dad. He's just, I think his dad's, Scott's, you would just have to kind of know the backstory. So, like, here's an example of how he treats his dad. They were getting evicted from their apartment if they didn't have their apartment cleaned they had like 2 days to clean it. Scott gets mad at his dad, so he drives to a nude beach on the first day they're supposed to be cleaning. He drives to a nude beach dressed as the White Power Ranger. Then he says that one of his superpowers he has is that he can tell if his dad's blood sugar drops. So he panics at the nude beach dressed as a White Power Ranger. I'm not making any of this up. He he panics because he can tell that his dad's blood sugar's low at the nude beach, dressed as the White Power Ranger. He takes off.
Anonymous gifted off
he's on that.
Colonist a subscription.
I don't know if he's back yet or not. He's got a subscription, but I don't know if that'll end the ad cycle. I can't. I feel like it sounds like I'm making it up. I feel like it sounds like I'm making a story up, but all of this is true. Even to me, I know it's true, and it sounds like I'm making it up. Like, I watched it happen, and I'm like, is that true? Is that true? All right, so here we go. Scott and his dad are getting kicked out of their apartment because it's not clean. They've got like 2 or 3 days to clean it up. On the very first day they're supposed to be cleaning, Scott gets mad at his dad and decides to dress up as the White Power Ranger, take his car, and drive to a nude beach in Florida, he claims. So he's at this nude beach in Florida as the White Power Ranger doing TikTok videos. And he claims that one of his superpowers is he can tell when his dad's blood sugar drops. So he gets a super spider sense that his dad's blood sugar drops. He freaks out, leaves the nude beach, drives all the way back home. On his way home, his dad calls him, or he calls his dad to check on him. His dad says, I had one of our friends come over and clean up the kitchen area and living room. And Scott says, no, Dad, I told you I'm coming back home to clean that myself. And he's like, well, it had to get done in the next 2 or 3 days so we don't get evicted. Sorry, I had somebody else clean it. He says, no, fuck you. I told you I was doing it. His dad's like, calm down. He's like, no, you put everything back where it was at because I said that I was going to do it. His dad says, I'm not doing that. So Scott drives all the way home from the nude beach in Florida and makes his dad and him, he takes everything back out of the trash bags, gets everything back together, dumps it all fucking out so he can clean it up while cussing his dad for not letting him do it. And Scott's big compared to his dad's kind of like a toothpick. They had the same fight because Scott's dad was getting in the shower and found out that Scott had shit in the toilet and not flushed it. So he's like, I'm just telling you, I'm going to flush it, but I'm already naked getting in the shower, but you need to flush the toilet when you shit. Scott made him get in the shower and then so he could come in and flush it. He wouldn't let his dad flush it. It's just the weirdest fucking things, dude. He treats his dad like shit. His mom is like a legit crackhead. Like, I don't know. She's been on camera a couple times. She just makes noises. Like a literal crack baby. His dad apparently still works. Plus, he's diabetic, I'm assuming. And Scott treats him like shit. But he lives with his dad. I guess they're low income. They're like in Section 8 housing. And there's only one bedroom. Scott gets the bedroom. His dad sleeps on the couch.
The gloves after these, and so those can go. Oh,
this is 100% real. Hold on, let me show you something. This is when Scott started a business a few years ago.
I'm with Scott's dog walking, and I need some business. So if anybody is looking for their dog walks, and touch me at Scott's. S Rogers 8600 at iCloud.com. Just send me something. Thanks. Bye. I'm with Scott.
This is why they want to ban TikTok. Don't let them tell you it's anything. This is why they want to ban it.
Dog walking, and I need some business. So if anybody is looking for their dog walks, then touch me at Scott's.
He also often does his TikToks naked, completely naked, because he claims it's too hot in his house. This is edited, obviously, and this is more than a long cow. This is extreme fucking long cow. And then he's also a very talented ventriloquist, guitar player, professional Beyblader. He has a GoFundMe to travel the world as a country music singer and go back to college. He's certified to be a police officer and a fireman. And some people think he should run for president. But one of his best hidden talents is his singing voice. And I want to highlight that right now. Little Dookie Drip. Little Dookie Drip is his one of his biggest fans.
What's up? This video goes.
Did I click it too many times?
What's up? This video goes to Reba McEntire. I want to do the male version to the challenge for your fancy song. I'm looking at my.
So he's going to sing Reba McEntire's Fancy, that he's going to make it the male version of the song. And Fancy was her name.
The lyrics to the song, because I have heard it, but I don't remember the words. But I think...
Again, if you saw all his legs, he's wearing a shirt because he doesn't want to offend Miss Reba McEntire. No pants, no underwear. He's no bottoms.
I can sound country singing. I'm not good at singing, but...
There is also a full-length pornographic video he made where at the start of the video, he's dressed as a Green Ranger, doing Ranger moves with Coke boxes on his hand as if they're like giant fists. Then he practices thrusting for a few minutes. He made this video. He practiced thrusting for the phone. Then a black gentleman shows up and they have sexual intercourse for several minutes where they both pleasure each other's organs. Then when that video came out and people's like, hey, I didn't know that you were gay. He says that he was catfished and he just thought that was a black woman with a giant penis. It even sounds like I'm making it up. That can't be true, right? Like there's a whole 5-minute segment of him just jerking this guy off. And then after it comes out public, he's like, I thought that was a girl. Let's get back to the singing. I love it.
I never tried doing country music song, but Reba McEntire, I hope you like this, and there's gonna be no music. Anyway.
Fancy.
Here we go. Well, I remember it all very well. Looking back, it was in the summer. I turned 18, we lived in one room. Down the street on the outskirts of New Orleans. We didn't have money for food or rent, to say at least. We were hard pressed. The mama spent every last penny we had to buy me dancing dress. Mama washed and combined. And
that word is combed. Mama washed and combed, curled my hair. He's trying to say the word combed.
Mama washed and combined and curled my hair. Sorry, I'm getting a little winded. Right. And she painted my eyes and lips. Then I stepped into singing dress and dancing dress.
Killing it.
I'll just, please, Fancy, don't let me down. Please don't let me down, Fancy. Oh, please. Oh, that's one add-on. I hope you like that, and
perfect.
Everyone see how I did too? Man, see, that's why I never tried it. Well, you never know that you could do it unless if you try it, right? Singing like that. But anyway, Miss Reba McEntire, I'm going to try and tag you in this. You have a very blessed day, Miss McEntire.
There you go, folks. There you go. Last video, we'll wrap her up. Scott Rogers, one more. He oft does he drool upon himself. From that enlarged lower lip. So much so that he has a special t-shirt. I don't know if it'll pull it. He never tags his videos with the right stuff. Let's see if we can just find it.
Hey, River Rap 177. Here's a shout out. I hope you like this, River. Peace out, girl. Love you.
Somebody said he was Flash's cousin, Rash. Where's that Iron Man? Oh, I should have removed Iron Man from it. God, I want to find that video so badly. Oft does he drool upon his chest. There's a video of him sleeping and wrote. God damn it, there's too many videos. These are roaches crawling across his bed and his back wall. How did we stumble upon this guy? Did I find him? Did I just bring it to you guys? It was like, you guys got to see my new friend, Scott.
Hey, you guys. I'm at the hospital with my right leg up top of what the hip joint is. Oh, and I got a spot on my calf on the right leg. I have to pause to flip and show y'all. That spot right there. It's gonna have to be lanced.
You're goddamn right, dude. That's fucking MRSA.
Pause again.
The man, the myth, the legend. Scotty, too hottie. TikTok extraordinaire. This dude is wild, dude. Wild. I don't even know what to say about it. Oh my God. Look, somebody edited him already. Do it. In his new clothes, bro. He has quite the following. It looks like he's related to Darky White. That's from the cosplayer 09 fan page. That's the Scott Rogers fan page. Oh my God, how many they edited him into?
Back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool. I got my lunch packed up, my boot.
Let's do it.
Daniel Scott Rogers. I said, well, my son-in-law's name is Daniel. So I got them both together. Believe it or not, they're right here.
Scott has the weirdest bald pattern in the world, dude.
And to be honest, let me get this thing right.
Blank, pale, emotionless face, and
he like went full friar monk. Like I don't know what's going on.
The devil's eyes.
And when
it's like he has another human face. Like fucking, what's his name from the Harry Potter movie? Where he takes off his head wrap and there's a whole nother face back there.
it's time to go fishing. They both are the best fishermen I've ever seen. Scott here is a fish whisperer.
What's going on? Scott and Luke here. Yeah, how's it going, Scott? It's going pretty good. What you want to talk about?
What you want to talk about, Luke? Tell us, Gloops.
Talk about telescopes.
What? Scott and Luke, the puppet hill. We're going to talk to you a little bit. What do you want to talk about, Scott? Tell us, Gloops.
Sorry for being away for a while. Last month, I was in southern Alabama when I was suddenly hit by a truck. Here's the footage.
Damn it, Scott.
Anything can be an album cover. Anything can.
Nailed it.
You done hurt my feelings and you.
Okay, what are you doing up?
Oh, wow. You done fucked up, boy.
Yep. Excuse me. Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
You done. Oh, that's my box, motherfucker. That is my box. Get out. That is my box. I pressed it. That is my box. Get out of my box. Get out of my box. That is my box.
God, it's just a layout.
I know. That is my box. I want to be next to you.
The other body's face? Yeah.
No.
For sure.
I want to be next to you. Tony, get out of my box.
Look, there, you're next to town.
Tony, get out of my box!
Is that good enough?
God damn it, man.
Want to be by me? Johnny?
How is this part 3 of a series? What's happened here?
Oh, that's my...
You're next to town. Is that good enough?
God damn it, man.
Want to be by me? Johnny?
Fine, I'll take you, but he better shut his fucking ass mouth.
Better shut his fucking ass mouth.
Number 2, never number 1, I guess. I don't know. Damn.
I'll stay right here, but he better keep his mouth shut.
God damn.
If I want to talk, I'm going to talk.
No, you're not.
Hey,
No,
he
you're
was
not.
nice to me the other day. He helped snipe for me.
Well, I used to help snipe for Scott, too. I paid him like
No, he
3,000
didn't.
in one
He
day.
did not help snipe for you, Amy. No, he didn't. No, the fuck he didn't. He's not allowed to be in your life or Tammy's.
God, hold on, clappers. Like the heels have eyes over there.
The hills have eyes
Amy.
over there.
And anything that's legal, I'll do for y'all three.
And Amy, yes.
Anything that's legal, I'll do for y'all 3. If it's legal.
Yeah. You. Play games. They play games, so.
Christina wants to play games with me.
Go ahead and say everybody, Scotty.
Not everybody, no. There's some people I don't. On my TV, you know what I'd be watching? Oh, that's my box, motherfucker.
He said on my TV, you know what I be watching? And he said porn. Damn it.
It's walking time. Turn
Oh my goodness. They're really having fun. This is an app.
Scott's dad yelling at the trolls for pissing off Scott and making him do weird things throughout the apartment every single day.
Now, if I get into it with them, I gotta live here. You don't.
Scott's dad.
Holy shit, Scott. Get it. Scott O'Connor trying to interrogate suspected TikTokers for being trolls.
You want to get my face?
I'm getting yours right
Damn it. All right, guys, I'm out. Hope you love Scott Wadros. Thank you all for joining us. It's a trip down memory lane. This is new people who haven't met Scott Wadros yet. Thank you for joining us. I'm Will Bird. This is Coldbreak Confessional. Support the stream over offline, coldbreak.fund. Make a contribution there. That's how we keep the show going. We'll see you guys on the next one. Do some Patreon stuff tomorrow. Oh, I've got, I don't have it over here. I've got a lot of the stuff for the other channel printed. I've got the top piece, the guillotine piece. I still need some anchors down at the bottom. And then that'll probably be ready to strength test to make sure it's not going to blow up in my face. Then just make some guillotine blades. So check out Coldbreak Creations or your Patreon show. You'll probably get some behind-the-scenes stuff first and the access to the video early. And we'll see everybody on the next one. Have a good night. Love you. See you. Bye.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the fork and ball
For the 12.
the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the fork and balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss 'em off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believer? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like four in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your Huckleberry, I can